Tesla has made a grand return to the headlines today as the business world is reeling from a sharp drop in the company's stock. Here to help us break down its latest moves is Peter Schiff, the CEO of Euro-Pacific Capital. Thank you so much for joining us, Peter.
Oh, my pleasure.
So Tesla's new vehicle deliveries fell in the first quarter by 31% from the previous 3 months. It delivered about 63,000 vehicles in the latest period, worse than analysts already lowered expectations. That caused the stock to drop 10%. So what went wrong this quarter?
Well, things have been going wrong for a long time at Tesla when it comes to profitability. So it's really not about one quarter. It's about whether or not you're going to make the leap of faith that Tesla is actually going to make a profitable company out of its business. I mean, right now it's losing a lot of money. And what has to happen to justify the current share price is that they have to make a profit, but they have to do it at a large enough scale to justify this valuation. And I think that's going to be a very difficult thing for Tesla to do. I mean, maybe there is a point at which the company could be profitable, but I think the stock is much higher, or the price of the company, the valuation is much higher than where that valuation may be when the company can finally, deliver a profit.
Yes, I mean, Tesla's always been known to be optimistic, and I don't want to downplay them for setting a very high goal for themselves, but there comes a time that if you fail to deliver on what you promise, people are going to stop believing you. And this is going to be the third time that Tesla has delayed or not met its Model 3 production goals of 5,000 cars a week. It's misleading analysts, whether purposefully or not. And so that's bad news. So that's very bad news for Tesla, as well as Wall Street analysts who are tracking it.
Well, there are a lot of reasons not to buy Tesla stock. And, also a lot more competition is coming. To the extent that consumers want electric cars, there are a lot of other companies around the world that are going to be ramping up production. And so if Tesla couldn't make money when it didn't have a lot of competition, imagine how much more difficult it's going to be for Tesla when it has lots of competition from Japanese companies and German companies and car companies all around the world that can deliver electric vehicles. I have one myself, and it's not made by Tesla.
Well, that's not all the bad news for Tesla today. Apparently, CEO Elon Musk has been accused by the SEC that he violated his October 2018 settlement by posting material information about Tesla on Twitter without first seeking approval from company lawyers. Can you first remind us what happened the first time in 2018 and the outcome?
Yeah, I warned about those problems from the minute Musk sent out that tweet about the buyout, that this was another problem that investors needed to worry about if they were going to remain long the stock. I mean, I think the smart money, it would be to get out of the stock now. I mean, I think there's nothing but accidents waiting to happen when it comes to Tesla. I mean, maybe there's some more upside left if they can push the stock higher. But if anything, that's probably a short squeeze. I think the smartest money is on the short side of this stock, or certainly not invested in the stock at all.
Absolutely. So how do you think the settlement is going to come out?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, but I think that's immaterial, because I think you have deeper issues with respect to Tesla as a business model and what it's worth. So rather than being worried about some of those shorter-term concerns, you have to step back and look at the bigger picture and realize how much you're paying to bet on the come when it comes to buying into Tesla.
Yes, I think people are also buying into Elon Musk, the name and the man and the image of Elon Musk and the genius, that image that he perpetuates. So I think that also counts a lot in his valuation, even though people aren't really looking at the stock from a fundamental perspective.
That's true, and I think investors could be making poor decisions if they're basing their investment decision on the popularity of the CEO, and the persona that he has, because oftentimes that can actually get in the way of making a clearer judgment about what the business is actually worth. And remember, he's so wrapped up in this, Musk is so involved in this and mentally invested, that he may not always be making the best decisions rationally going forward, because he's trying to validate his own image and his own conception of what he hopes Tesla might be, rather than looking at the actual numbers and having a more objective conclusion about what to do.
Yeah, not to mention he's also very busy with his burrowing company and SpaceX as well. But that's all the time we have for today.
Yeah.
Peter Schiff, the CEO of Euro Pacific Capital, thank you so much for your time.